always a Jaguar. Thank you, friends and families, for coming out today to celebrate these students. Have a great day. Have a great...
It means a lot to me because in the past years I've been at Isabel Jackson, there were many times where I thought that what we were doing at the moment was completely useless, ignorant, boring, and was not going to pay off my any time. However, now looking back at those times, I realize that they have made a huge helping impact on my knowledge, success, and maturity more than you will ever know. I remember my very first day here. I was walking into my first grade classroom, being greeted by my remarkably generous teacher, Ms. Jensen. I think she's one of my favorite teachers that I've had because she was so delightful and really treated us students like her. At the end of every day, she gave us Skittles, which I look forward to, because my little raisin-sized brain thought that was the best thing in the world. I was walking in the classroom behind my mother because I was extremely nervous and shy. I peeked out from behind her back and saw some of my best friends that I have today. Of course, then, I had no idea that I'd become so close to my classmates, but I'm so joyful that I did. There were some bumps in the road and hard times, but at the end of the day, they're like family to me, and I wouldn't change a thing. We've lost some, but we've also gained some, and for that, I'm tremendously grateful. Second grade with Miss Lambert, in her class, there was a such thing as an orange card, and you got it when you were being super obedient. For example, if she was teaching a lesson, or us students were supposed to be working on something independently, but we were chattering away about unrelated topics, but you were paying attention and doing what you were supposed to do, she would recognize it and call you to get an orange card. Back then, it was such an exhilarating feeling, because you knew that you were doing your best and working hard. My favorite part was going home and telling my mom about it, and her being super proud of me. She's always been so supportive, and I'm so jolly that she chose for me to attend this wonderful school. So, thank you, Miss Lambert, and thank you, Mom. Third grade with Miss Worth is where I met one of my longtime best friends. We sat across from each other, and for some reason started kicking each other's legs. It went on for days, and we've been best friends ever since. There were some problems in our friendship, but like any healthy relationship, we got through them and are great friends to this day. One day, when Miss Worth was walking around the classroom, she came and complimented my handwriting. It was a spectacular feeling because I had been practicing writing ever since I was little. Why? Well, I'm honestly not quite sure, but I guess you could call it a hobby of mine. But it proved to me that hard work really pays off and encouraged me to work even harder. Fourth grade was one of my favorite teachers as well. Miss Jones was incredibly kind-hearted and understanding. I love when she let me and another student run little errands for her, such as taking some books to Miss Dottie or delivering something to the office. That was also the year that I tried to make honor roll. I had straight A's and B's, but it just wasn't enough. Miss Jones inspired me though, and with her help, I worked my best even though I didn't make honor roll that year. But the next year I did, thanks to her and Miss Renshaw. Also, if you're aspiring for good grades, just don't give up. Speaking of Miss Renshaw, she was also one of my favorite teachers that I've had. I know I'm saying that a lot, but trust me, I'm sincere. She was amusing and very motivating, which I look up to. I'm so thankful for her helping with my missing assignments and grades, which is the reason that I've managed to make honor roll ever since then. I remember making it into a club called Jags. I was absolutely thrilled when I got into it, and it taught me that if you have a job, always be on time and loyal to it. Truly, thank you, Ms. Renshaw, for believing in us and helping us to do our best, and the teachers of the Jags Club, Ms. Anderson and Ms. Martin. And finally, 6th grade, my final year here at Isabel Jackson. I honestly can't believe it's actually here. It's such a different feeling compared to when we're just going off track, because we know that we're going to come back and see each other again in a couple of weeks or a month. But this time, we aren't. This is it, our very last day at Isabel Jackson. But still, I honestly never thought this day would come. I mean, obviously, I knew that it would happen eventually, but it's sort of like unreal. It's like going to a store and there's a super long line, and in your mind you're like, OMG, will this ever even end? And then before you know it, you slowly start to make your way to the front of the line, and you're about to get your stuff, pay for it, and leave. But for good, it's finally over. The end of the world has come. But it's actually over. I would like to give a special thank you to the infamous Miss Martin. Thank you for always, and I mean always, encouraging us to do our best and to keep working hard, even though we don't have that much of the school year left. I'm going to miss playing Four Corners and Mafia, but I genuinely hope that you successfully travel the world and reach great joy and happiness in your life. And to Isabel Jackson, thank you so much for navigating us to do our best and to forever be safe, respectful, and responsible. We went from sitting on rainbow carpets introducing ourselves and getting to know each other, to sitting at desks next to what we call our elbow partners, to sitting in front of a computer screen, and still we made it through. Here we are. Thank you, Mr. Fine and Ms. Hamlin, for being so warm-hearted and fair. Mr. Fine, you probably won't even be here to hear this, but when we had to go to your office because we're in trouble, you didn't raise your voice or be harsh. You may have been upset, but you always kept your cool and stayed polite. You have taught me so much, and I wish that you could have taught me more, but our time together was cut short because you had bigger, better, exciting dreams ahead of you. To everyone who's ever cared for me here, thank you and farewell. Always remember our golden rule, treat others how you would want to be treated. And this isn't goodbye, but it's long or short, see you later. So, see you later. Oh, and one more thing, Trails 2021.
Aww.